as a rookie for 42, 15, and 7 with 3 steals. He makes 14 of 23 shots and all 14 of his free throws. And
that guy came ready, but he got the numbers. That's one thing I can appreciate about Skip, man. He gonna pull out the notes. He gonna pull out the data. He gonna fact check it for sure. Welcome back to a whole nother video with your boy Fanzo Chery. I want to say thank you for those who are continuously watching my videos, supporting it, liking it, commenting, subscribing. And for those who are just now coming to the videos, coming to me, coming to this channel, I want to say thank you. And I hope you guys enjoy this reaction to one sport analyst, Skip Bayless. If you don't know, you know. And versus 25 NBA and NFL fans. Let's see how he do with this.
Mahomes went 7.
Oh, by the way, you know, when it's over like 30, 40 minutes, we're going to do a 7-minute challenge. If it can captivate us, we're going to keep watching. If it doesn't, then we're going to skip the video. But let's go ahead and dive into it.
4-7. What do you think of that one, Skip? Tell me. Come on, buddy.
I think we're going to go in the direction of Stephen Curry. And I'm going to point out one word.
Steph Curry?
He was throwing balls to his receivers, hitting them in the helmets and stuff like that, and they weren't catching the ball.
It was 31-9. I'm Skip Bayless. I've been a sports commentator for many years on ESPN and on Fox. Now I host the Skip Bayless Show on YouTube. Right now, I am surrounded by 20 NBA and NFL super fans, and I wish each and every one of you the best of luck today because you're going to need it. My first claim is, Magic Johnson is the greatest Laker of all time.
Hold on, what y'all got? What y'all got? Tell me what y'all got. And I almost forgot to put the timer on while I'm playing with y'all. Oh, snap. He's starting off with some heat. But what y'all got? I don't know. Like, I'm biased. I'm a LeBron bias. Like, I'm a fanboy for LeBron. But I got to give credit where it's due. Magic did his thing. Kobe did his thing. And I don't know. Let's see what they say.
Good lucky, Skip.
I know you think Magic is the greatest Laker of all time.
I do.
Skip, I think it's Kobe. I think the game is about a bucket at the end of the day. I think the priority is scoring the basketball. Kobe did that better than Magic. I think both of them were very, very transformative in what they did for the Laker franchise and the NBA in general. And I would give it to Kobe, because of his scoring prowess and also, of course, how transformative he was and how many players he inspired.
Look, I take nothing away from Kobe's ability to score buckets, get buckets, because nobody was greater in the history of the game. Magic did transform the franchise because, remember, Kareem had been a Laker for 4 years doing next to nothing until Magic walks in the door in 1980 and turns them around and gets them all the way to a Game 6 at Philadelphia in the finals, in which Kareem could not go. And I believe Magic Johnson that day at Philadelphia that evening played the greatest NBA game of all time, greatest playoff game, because he goes as a rookie for 42, 15, and 7 with 3 steals. He makes 14 of 23 shots and all 14 of his free throws. And
that guy came ready, but he got the numbers. That's one thing I can appreciate about Skip, man. He gonna pull out the notes. He gonna pull out the data. He gonna fact check it for sure.
The Lakers over Dr. J's Sixers to a championship, and he's off to the races. Now let's look quickly at Kobe. Again, no disrespect, but I feel like Kobe was obviously Robin to Batman in the three-peat with Shaq, because Shaq dominated those 3 finals the way no player's ever dominated an NBA Finals to me, including Jordan. That's why I think Shaq is the second greatest Laker of all time. And in those finals, Kobe was good, but he wasn't close to the production that Shaq was equaling. So then Shaq, they fall apart. They lose to the Pistons, obviously, 2004, and he's gone, traded away to Miami. And here we go. So Kobe, without Shaq, misses the playoffs the first year. Then they lose to the Suns in the first round, and he has the pout game in Game 7, and it was hard for me to forgive him for that. And then they lose to the Suns in the first round the next year, and then they lose to Boston in the finals. In the closeout Game 6, Kobe is horrible in that game, and they lose by 39 points at Boston. I can't defend that. They broke through and beat Dwight Howard's Magic. It was supposed to be LeBron's Cavs. So I thought that was a little overrated. And then even when they did beat Boston and get over the hump, in Game 7, Kobe was 6.
They got to raise the flags, man. They got to save this guy. He's like mute now. Like, he ain't saying nothing.
24 in that game. So I don't know. I agree with your big picture, but when I go little picture of playoff performance without Shaq, I'm sorry.
I totally understand what you're saying, and I think Magic was extraordinary. And to be a rookie and start at center in the finals as a point guard, I mean, we've never seen that before. I don't know if we ever will. And yeah, he was terrific. He was splendid. He won his championships. Of course, Kobe got his. And I understand you picking out these individual games and years and teammates and everything. And I think, you can really do that with anyone. And I think it's important to look at the big picture.
Kobe's mystique was bigger than Magic's, but if you look at Magic's productivity, how he changed a culture that both Shaq and Kobe benefited from piggybacking that culture, I'm going slightly Magic over Shaq, Shaq over Kobe. Good job, Jack.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
All right.
Thank you.
Way to go.
Cost of power is getting higher and higher and higher. Something's bound to break. Ugh.
So, Kobe Bryant, 20 years with the same team, 18 All-Stars, 15 All-NBA, 12 All-Defense.
This guy's a Kobe fan. Come on now. Come on, man.
MVP, 2 Finals MVPs, 5 championships. And even though he's done all of that, I think what makes him the greatest Laker of all time, it's different than what makes a player the greatest player of all time. Because like LeBron's not the greatest Heat player of all time, that's Dwayne Wade. So it's not just are you better, like are you greater, it's what you've done for that city and that franchise. And I would argue it, I love Magic, I grew up on Magic, but when you watch...
It feels like you grew up more on Kobe, right?
I'm older than I look, honestly, but Magic, when you saw him on the court, he was like the greatest showman, right? He's a performer, charisma, a smile, the flashiness, showtime, right? Kobe, when you saw him on the court, it was like watching your brother, your sibling or your uncle or something, your son, because he had this fully realized character arc. He was a rookie, he failed, not drafted by the Lakers, but we got him, early. And the air balls, and then the rising to prominence, 2000.
He was just 18 years old, but go ahead.
Yeah. The 2000, taking over in the finals after Shaq got hurt, after Jalen Rose shadily sprained his ankle, and then he came back, and then, he got him back with the 81 later. And then the championships, and then there was he went through kind of a villain arc.
He did.
There was like Colorado.
There was Colorado.
All the down years.
Good.
And
like it.
If you're a fan, Kobe's with you that whole time. And I actually didn't like Kobe early on. I was mad when they started playing him over Eddie Jones, like early days. And you went through all of that, and Kobe just won you over. That's why there are more than 350 murals of Kobe in LA.
Okay, so you're making the case that Kobe is dearer to your heart than Magic was. He has a bigger place in your heart. And I'm making the case that Magic had greater impact consistently than Kobe had, because Magic was the driving force of the Showtime Lakers, and Kobe was not the driving force of the three-peat, right?
Sure. Let me address that real quick. Because you're going to the finals and you're talking about Shaq, but that's always with the team from the East, and the East had notoriously bad big men. Everyone knows in those years All
right, we made it to our 7-minute mark, and this definitely captivated me. It definitely drew interest in the conversation that Skip is having with the 25 NBA and NFL players, and I would love to see more of the conversation. I don't know about you guys, but leave your comments down below. Let me know if you guys want to see more of this, and I'll be in the next video. Peace.